Welcome back to Intables, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Night Countdown. I'm going to go over the top 5 stocks that have been pretty volatile this week, including that major breakout with BTB going to extended hours with a 57% breakout. I'm going to go over all this with you guys. What exact levels are we trying to hold above to contain bullish momentum? Which indicators will give us confirmation on a continuation from here? And all I ask in return for all of this is you smash that like button and hit subscribe if you want to see more chart updates on potential breakouts that I mentioned throughout the week. So let's jump into this one. So the first one I'm going to go over with you guys here is BTB, again having a 57% breakout going to extended hours. Mentioned this one in the Intables room as a risky play early on, but however did continue going to extended hours. Mentioned this one as an offering, looking for a bounce back in the Intables room as you guys can see here. But I do want to mention before we get started that we do alert penny stock and breakout alerts throughout the day. Now the largest breakout that we had of the week within a one-day period was NUZE, halted at $2.46 with their expansion into Walmart, jumping all to $7.60 on the day, over 200% on that breakout. And we also had a major breakout with SOPA, a new IPO, halted at $18.20, jumping all to $54.56 on the day, jumping up to $77 into the next day, 400% within that 2-day period. And we also do mention news in pre-market before market open every single day. For example, we had major news in pre-market on Friday with CYTO on positive data on their nasal spray, jumping up all from $1.60 to $3.30 on the day, over 100% on that breakout. And we also had major news with EVGO this week, having funding from Pennsylvania, jumping up from $10 in pre-market, jumping up all to $18 into the next day, about 80% on that breakout. And on that same morning as EVGO, we had a major breakout with PPSI with more EV news from $5.50, jumping up to $12.25 on the day, over 100% on that breakout. So if you do want to see all of our daily alerts throughout the day, go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. So as you guys can see here on the forward chart with BTB, again having a 57% breakout going to extended hours on Friday, looking to see if we can continue on with that momentum. But I do want to mention we did again have a previous offering here. We had this major sell-off, looking to see if we can bounce back from this. And we got this confirmation on this bounce back here on the forward chart. As you guys can see, we have the 20 moving average that did cross below the 50 on that offering. But however, we did get the 20 to cross back above the 50. And sure enough, is having this bounce back. Looking to see if we can continue on with that momentum. And now we are closing at about 413 going to extended hours, having a major spike late into after hours. Now looking to see if we can continue here. Now looking at these very specific levels is very key for us here. Again, we had this gap fill that we were looking to see if we can fill here. And sure enough, did fill this gap here at 232. And then as you guys can see, we had a couple bounces here. We had our continuation breakout here at 306. Looking to see if we can gap up from 306 to 435. Again, having 435 as our next gap fill because as you guys can see, we have a lot of consolidation and we have a range here between 306 and 435. Sure enough, did fill this gap going to extended hours late into after hours. Now, what I will be looking for going to this week as a continuation is to look to see if we can hold over 435 going to pre-market. If we can hold over 435, break over that $5 psychological resistance, and then possibly have that gap up here to 619. Then we could possibly have a continuation here past 619 to fill this gap to 768. And if we can break over 768, then in my opinion, we could have a major breakout, filling that gap all the way up to $10. So we will keep BTB on the watch to see if we can hold over $5 going to this week. Now, the next one I'm going to go over with you guys here is MRAM. And the reason I go over MRAM is because we had a strong buy rating come out in pre-market on Friday, had this major breakout because of it. Had a nice continuation, closed pretty strong. A lot of people curious if we're going to continue to gap up. Having this gap up from $6.75, jumping all up to $11.24 on that breakout. Now, as you guys can see, we are filling this gap because we did have a very strong range here that we did have a lot of consolidation in, and we are getting rejected just to the upside that we did previously from this consolidation at about $11.24. Looking to see if we can continue on past $11.24 going into this week. Looking to see if we can hold above it. Again, getting rejected, just going to extended hours right below it, making sure we do hold over 11.24 going to pre-market here with MRAM is what we're going to be looking for here. Now, I'm going to show you guys exactly how this range works and how exactly charts can be very consistent. As you guys can see, again, we do have this consolidation exactly from 11.24 all the way down to 6.75, and we are going to copy and paste this box. We're going to put it below here. As you guys can see, we do have exactly that rejection to the downside, exactly at the same exact spot that we do have this box at. Again, getting that rejection to the downside, having this bounce from that point. Now, I'm going to put another box just above this consolidation so that way if we do break out of this consolidation, we know exactly when to start taking profits. So exactly at about 1578, we would be taking profits just below this 1585 mark, as you guys can see. Again, making sure we do watch these ranges are very key for us when we do gap up. Now, again, we did get this gap up from an article with a strong buy rating at $12. So again, we are consolidating just under $12 within a very strong range that we did get rejected previously. obviously to the upside. Making sure we do hold 1124 going to this week is what we're looking for, and making sure we do increase in volume. As you guys can see, we have a lot of volume that did come in on that spike, but not as much volume as we did see on this spike. So again, getting a little overextended here on MRAM. Definitely would be careful. One of the very few stocks that did close strong, but however, am going to be very careful with going into Monday. We'll keep this one on the watch if we do continue on past 1124 and hold above it going into open. Now, the next one I really want to go over with you guys here is RIVN. And the reason I want to go over RIVN is because they are a new IPO. We did mention this one in this bulls room, did have a continuation, but I'm going to go over the 5-minute with you guys here so you guys can see what we're looking out for. Again, we have been holding the 20 moving average above the 50 since IPO, and we have been continuing on up. So again, going into this week, we are going to be looking to see if we can hold the 20 moving average, the yellow line, over the 50 here on the 5-minute to make sure we do continue. Again, has been on quite the run. No surprises if we do continue on down, but again, with the market the way it has been reacting to these strong movers from the previous days before, and sure enough has been continuing on up with that momentum. Now, RIVN has been continuing on up on a lot of high volume, so we will be looking to see if we can continue on into new highs. We saw the same thing happen with SOPA, had a 300 to 400% breakout with SOPA because of that. So we will keep RIVN on the watch, and if we do get more confirmation, of course, we will be alerting this one in the intervals room. Now, the next one I'm going to go with you guys here is another EV stock. Again, Lucid Motors has been holding up pretty strong. So I'm going to back up here to the 4-hour chart so you guys can see what we're looking out for overall. Again, having this major spike with the 20 moving average above the 50 on this major spike that we had recently. Now, as you guys can see on this initial spike, we got some buy pressure here on the MACD. And as you guys can see, we did extend up, breaking into this range between $40 and $52.81. Looking to see if we can fill this gap here. And we were looking for confirmation. And as you guys can see, we got an increase in buy pressure. Looking to see if we can break above this momentum to get confirmation to fill this gap here. 253.81 is what we're looking for here. So again, making sure we do get confirmation, breaking above this momentum that we had here on this initial spike to continue on to fill this gap here. 253.81 is what we're looking for. Now, again, we can easily do that if we do continue on with buy pressure, which we will keep Lucid Motors on the watch to get that confirmation. And we did set that alert here on the MACD, so that way if it does break above it, then we will be alerted as soon as that does happen. Now, the last one I'm going to go over with you guys here is SNDL. We did go over this one on Friday, but I want to make sure we do cover this one again. Again, SNDL, looking to see if we can hold over $1 going into this week. We did break all up to $97 going to pre-market on Friday. Had a major spike, had a major sell-off going to open, but however did have a nice bounce back, closing at about 83 cents going to extended hours. And we are looking to see if we can hold over $1 going into this week. But a lot of people are curious, if we do break over $1, what exactly would we be looking for from here? And the answer to that is to break above our 117 mark. As you guys can see, we have 117 as our consolidation and continuation sell-off point that we did have. And as you guys can see previously, we also did consolidate and had our continuation sell-off from this point. So looking to see if we can gap up from 117 to 149 is what I'll be looking for here. Now, from an intraday perspective, not a swing or a long trade perspective, I would be looking to see if we can avoid this 149 to 174 mark. And if we can break over 174, then we could have a major gap up here to about $2.40, where we did previously have our continuation and sell-off here. So again, going to this week, I would be looking to see if we can hold over $1 to possibly get that 117 mark, to get that gap up to 149, and making sure we do get confirmation on the MACD is going to be very key for us. So again, SNDL will be on the watch, and if we do get confirmation, we will be alerting this one in the intervals room as always. And again, with that said, if you happen to be interested in intraday perspective breakouts, you probably know now that most breakouts have been pre-market news into open. We mentioned pre-market news before market open every single day. Go to instabulls.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert that again. And everybody that has been supporting the channel, all of you Instabulls that have been coming over from the room and supporting the channel, I appreciate every one of you guys as always, every single day. And if you guys do like this video, it does help if you find it, and it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.